Chapter 3. Head of the Gargan Company. The closest town to our home, Armesto. Compared to Medoria, where we went to the other day, the scale of the town is one size smaller and its public order isn't very good. In addition, the number of beastkins is extremely small. Is this the work of that ex-father of mine, Baldemir? Be that as it may, Dee and Noel said that it's the town they come to for shopping. It's also here that they used to sell Alina's medicine. It's a town that has been crucial in our daily lives. Having left the house early in the morning, we finally arrived at Armesto just before noon. As soon as we reached the town, Dee parted from us, heading towards his customer's side so as to secure a means of transport. As for the rest of us, after wandering leisurely through the town, we had merged in one of the town's restaurants where we were currently eating lunch. Open black lens bracket. Come to think of it, this is your first time visiting a town, isn't it? Close black lens bracket, Noel. Wearing a hood low over her eyes, Noel questioned the siblings, who were wearing similar hoods. Naturally, they are keeping their hoods on so that the fact that their beastkins won't be exposed, but when a group of 3 people does that, doesn't it actually make them stand out even more? Open black lens bracket. No, it's not our first time. Open black lens bracket. No, it's not our first time. Open black lens bracket. No, it's not our first time. Open black lens bracket. No, it's not. We did several times when we were slaves. However, we weren't able to see the streets because we were in a carriage all through the visits. Close black lens bracket, Amelia. Open black lens bracket. We did reach some towns, but we were imprisoned the whole time. So, it's our first time strolling in one. Close black lens bracket. Royce. Even though they were speaking of painful times, I didn't feel any sorrow in the brother and sister's expressions. I guess that's proof that their minds have strengthened. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Then it wasn't odd for you to look around restlessly like that. Close black lens bracket, Noel. Open black lens bracket. Yeah, it was full of new things. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Yeah, it was full of new things. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Yeah, it was full of new things. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It was Open black lens. It was mysterious, the various people, the various smells blending together. It was right? I couldn't really settle down the first time either. That was at the time right after I was picked by Arya-sama. I was uncontrollably anxious. However, I was holding on to Arya-sama's warm hand and I didn't let go even after we got out of the town. Close black lens. So even big sis Noel had such times, huh? Close black. It's only natural, isn't it? I mean, I noticed how you two have been holding Sirius Sama's clothes. That's right. Though the siblings are away from me right now due to our sighting positions, they kept on holding onto my sleeves from the moment we arrived at the town. They might be somewhat distrustful of humans because of their time as slaves. That being the case, they've been completely stretching my sleeves, so I'd like them to get used to being in towns and all, as soon as possible. Open black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. It's filled with people so I can't calm down. But when I'm WTIH Sirius Sama, I can compose myself. Close black lens bracket. Yeah, it's so full of people. And yet, Big Brother is just like usual, as expected. He's incredible. Close black lens bracket. That's experience. I've been to more populated towns. Close black lens. After After tasting the man avalanches that were the pedestrian scrambles in the cities of my previous life, a population density like this one feels light. Open black lens. People are everywhere, you had better get used to it soon. Besides, you two could thoroughly win against any of the adventurers around here. Have some self-confidence, close black lens bracket. Understood. Yeah, if that many people were like you and the old man, it would be scary. Anyway, this is, close. Extending his chopsticks to the meat and the fried vegetables we ordered, Royce was titling his head in confusion. He didn't stop eating, but it certainly didn't make it seem very tasty. It's completely different from the things that Big Brother and Big Bro D usually make. Close black. I know, right? It's sloppy, or rather, it wasn't heated uniformly. Close black. Ahaha, that's not it, you two. This isn't bad, it's just that Serious Sama and D are amazing. I guess it's because, besides the fact that the heating wasn't done uniformly, the food wasn't parboiled. They've cheated using salt and pepper to give taste to the vegetables, and they made the dish by putting forward the taste of the meat only. It was made sloppily, but it does have some taste to it, so it isn't bad. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Close. Around the time we finished eating our meals, D appeared accompanied by a certain man. He has tawny short hair, a black eye patch on his left eye, and tough he's a little plump, his body build is that of a healthy-looking man. Serious Sama, this is Gad, a former adventurer companion of mine. D. Nice to meet you, I am Gad, head of the Gargan Company of this town. Gad. Nice to meet you, too. My name is Sirius. I shook the hand he held out to me, and it was missing a little finger. Moreover, on that dominant hand of his, I felt traces that came from the continuous grasp of a weapon. Judging from that, he's probably an adventurer who retired because of an injury, just like D. I've heard from D, you bought our medicine and you lent us some things we needed, too, right? Please allow me to thank you again, Sirius. Don't be absurd. We got high-quality medicines and materials on a long-term period, we should be the ones thanking you. Now that I've actually met you, I understand, you're as splendid of a person as D said. Gad. Right? And that yakisoba you spoke so highly of, it's from Serious Sama that I've learned it. D. For real. For you to have the creativity to cook like that with such a thick and hard-to-use sauce, I dare say I want to associate with you for decades to come. Gad. His handshake suddenly strengthens, and he swings my arm up and down. This Gad person feels like the complete opposite of D, but since he seems close to him, who's cautious and untalkative, it should be fine to trust him. Excuse my rudeness, but what kind of relation do you have with D? Sirius. No need to speak so politely, please address me the same way you do D. Our relation, as this fellow said it before, is that of former adventurer companions. We used to be members of a certain party. One day, I was attacked by a ferocious monster and I was saved by this guy. However, because of that, my little finger and one of my eyes got done in. I took it as an opportunity to retire, like I had wanted to for a long time, and I became a merchant. Gad. When I first came shopping here, I was astonished. I never would have thought you'd be in this town, D. Same for me. I was quite surprised when you came shopping as an attendant. You're my benefactor, but I wasn't expecting much from our trades, and yet, my profits actually did nothing but increase. To you and this Mr. right here, I'm indebted, Gad. He has been calling me Mr. and treating me like a superior. But I'm not an aristocrat anymore, and this is my first time meeting this person, isn't it? Well, the bottom line is that this fellow is my benefactor and we share an unbreakable bond. Now then, shall we get down to business? You want me to secure a safe carriage, was that it, Gad? That's right. We want you, by the end of the day, to prepare a carriage that will go east, for Noel and I, and one that will go west, for Sirius Sama and his 2 followers. D. By the end of the day, huh? May I hear the reason? It's very abrupt, Gad. Gad, she is groaning with a bitter face, as expected. Maybe going so soon is unreasonable? But we want to leave the town today if possible. The thing is that we are planning on doing a moonlight flit. It doesn't have to be at night though, so as to avoid being tailed by Baldemir. I don't think he'll come by today or even tomorrow. Heck, there might be no reason to worry at all, but just in case, I want to leave that person's territory, and fast. Gad-san, if today is impossible then we can do it tomorrow, it's no problem. I know we're asking for a big favor here, D. No, I'll manage to do it one way or another. But still, it's kind of lonely, bidding farewell so soon after our long-awaited meeting. Gad. What are you blathering about, Gad-san? You're just thinking of being taught by Sirius Sama or something like that, aren't you, Noel? Noel answered him with great timing. As if snarling at him. She always comes together with D to the town, and Gad, she doesn't behave like he dislikes beastkins, so I guess they'd get along well enough to joke with each other. Ahahaha, I'm no match for you, Noel-chan. I was sincere when I said that bidding farewell would feel lonely though. But D has been taught various things by him, so I want to be taught too, Gad. You say you want to be taught by me, but I'm just a child, you know? Serious? You're the one who changed D to his current self. I can't possibly think of you as a child, mister, and now that I've actually met you, this belief of mine is getting stronger and stronger. Gad. Good judgment, Gad. By the way, what about the carriage matter? D. About that, you're in luck, D. I was planning to take a carriage to the east today. Though you'll be going along with some luggage, I'll give you a ride, Gad. That's good. But Sirius Sama takes priority though, D. Rest easy, I've got a solution for that too, you came at just the right time. For now, let us go to the carriage station, Gad. Leaving the restaurant, we headed to the town's carriage station like Gad invited us to. There were carriages of various sizes lined up, and among those, there was a carriage with the capacity to hold about 8 people. Gad turned towards it. Hey, Zach. You're done with the preparations, Gad? At Gad's voice, a man appeared from inside the carriage. The man was slightly younger than Gad. He didn't have an eye patch and his fingers were doing well too, but if one were to line them up next to each other, they would see nothing but siblings of different ages. The preparations are complete, big brother. All that's left before departing is to wait for the escort, but are we passing up on that? It's risky, this time's delivery is likely to get attacked by monsters. Zach. Don't say strange things, idiot. There is someone who wants you to give him a ride, so hurry up and unload a barrel and 2 boxes of ore. Gad. Huh? What's with that? Won't the sales drop? Zach? Don't worry about that, just hurry and do it. It's a regular customer's request, I'll take responsibility for this, Gad. It can't be helped. Then you come help as well, big brother, Zach. Alright. Oh, that's right. Mister, you said you're heading west, but may I hear where you're going to? Gad. Looking over his shoulder, Gad asked me a question with an apologetic look. Though he said he wouldn't inquire about my motives, I guess it would be difficult for him to explain to Zach where to go without knowing the location. My destination is Elysium, Sirius. I see, this guy's destination is Elysium too, that's perfect, Gad. Sorry for making you unload your luggage. Serious? No, I mean, it's also a form of thanks for what you've made me earn so far. Well then, I'll go do some explaining to that guy and help him with the carriage unloading. Please wait in the area for a little while. Gad. With Gad's departure, we settled down in a place at a slight distance from the carriage station. However, no one uttered a word and we just kept on watching the coming and going carriages for a while. Even so, maybe it's only natural. Because this is where we part. No good words came to mind. The one who made the first move was D, who took a pouch from his breast pocket. Serious Sama, before it's too late, I want to return this to you. D. I already gave that to you guys. If I were to receive it, I'd become indebted towards you, D, and I'd rather avoid that. Serious. But still, you gave me too much. Even half of this is plenty enough for us. D. D's pouch was full of gold coins. Why does D have so much money? That story goes back to last night. We're at yesterday evening. Following Baldamir's leave, a party was held, and when said party ended, I gathered everyone together. Displayed on a desk is all the money that I've kept saving up to now and the money I got from selling the jewel. The whole mansion's riches are here except for the attendants' own purses. Property management used to be my mother's role, but I've taken over that, so I'm the one who's in charge of the management now. I count one by one the various coins which are arranged crowdedly on the desk. After that, I add up their values for a few minutes, and at last, the whole family's wealth has become clear. Not counting the smallest currencies, there are 73 gold coins and 10 silver coins. Thence, we have to take in consideration what's subtracted. Serious. Assuming that 45 gold coins are going for the school's entrance fee, there are 28 gold coins remaining. But even with living expenses of only 1 gold coin, the disciples and I would last for a while. Serious Sama. We're sorry to bother you while you're calculating, but would you mind lending us a little of your time? Noel? Noel and D called out to me in a troubled manner. I temporarily put the money aside and turned my head towards the two. What is it? You look unusually serious. What's wrong? Serious. Here, please receive this, D. The thing D handed me was a gold coin. Though it's only one piece, that must be a lot of money for the two. It's not an amount they can pop out of nowhere. And this is serious. Actually, it's money we've received from Elena-san as salaries, though it's not much. Noel. On top of thinking of the house's food expenses and other miscellaneous expenses, Mother actually took in consideration the youngsters' wages when managing the family's finances. She'd put expert housewives to shame. We've saved it, and the total of what we chipped in is this gold coin. Will you receive it, Noel? Hold on a second, what about your lives after this? Serious. It's all right, we have a small share left for ourselves, so there is no problem. Besides, we've learned so much from you, Serious Sama. So, though it's nothing big, please allow us to do at least this much. Noel. You've taught us many things, from how to cook to how to live. I'd like you to accept this as a tuition fee, D. The two strongly bowed their heads. They looked like they wouldn't give up until I received the gold coin. And even though they said it was a tuition fee. Putting Amelia and Royce aside. I've never taught Noelle anything. I just half-assedly look after her when I have some spare time. As for D, though I did teach him how to make food, that was simply because I wanted to eat that food. Your feelings are good enough for me, is what I'd like to say, but I guess it's no use. I understand, I'll gratefully receive it then. Serious. Thank you very much, Noelle and D. I'm being thanked for receiving money, that's not how life works. Seriously, such honest and kind-hearted servants. Oh, that's right, I also have something to hand to you guys. Then, here is a salary from me. It's not returnable. Serious. What? D. As I passed a little pouch stuffed with 20 gold coins to D, the two froze with their eyes wide open. I discussed it with mother and decided that the extra money would go to you too. Serious. This is 20 pieces? D. Hua? That's too much. Dear, return it, Noel. Though the couple gets into a panic, I'm not hearing any of it. I don't care how long you guys are going to lay in shock, but D, I believe you have a certain objective. D, do you realize how much it costs to open a business? Serious? That's D. Yes, D is planning to open a restaurant in Noel's hometown. And I don't think he'll manage without, at least, a few gold coins. Sorry, I could have given you more if I hadn't paid back Baldemir and yet, serious. Please stop. We shared the same opinion on that matter. D. That's right. Anyway, we'd be troubled if we were to receive that much. Hey, Emmy-chan, Ryu-kun, say something, Noel. Though she sought help from the siblings who were collecting copper coins next to her, the two answered back to Noel while smiling. I am of the same opinion as Sirius-sama, if it's for D's and big sister's sake, I have no objection. Emilia. Me too. I think it would be amazing if many people could eat Big Bro D's cooking, Royce. Noel. Those pure innocent smiles had Noel withdraw. Even so, the couple's dissatisfied faces still subsist, so I guess I'll reorient the conversation from here. If you're not convinced, then let's make a trade. After graduating from school, we'll go towards D and Co's location, therefore, at that time, allow us to eat to our heart's contents. Free of charge, of course. Serious. It'll be free even if you don't do such a thing. D. What? Isn't it said that hardships are valuable during one's youth? If one has too much wealth, they won't understand the value of money, don't you think? Serious? We've been supported by Elena-san and you two all along. From now on, I want to live and earn money by myself. Emilia. It's fine since we'll be by Big Brother's side. And I'll work hard to earn money, too, Royce. With our pushy persistence, some tears rise to the eyes of the couple, they bow down and, let alone bowing, they go down on their hands and knees on the floor. Why? Prostrating yourselves is way too much. Just, listen up and raise your heads. Wait, why is everyone doing it? Huh? Prostrating before a leader? I'm no such thing, so raise your heads already. Serious. That's the gist of it, and though this matter should have come to a close yesterday, is this fellow still worrying about it? You're still on with that story? What on earth are you dissatisfied with? We don't need it, and you need it, D. There should be no problem, right? Serious. But, although I've received such a large amount of money, will I be able to live up to your expectations? Will I be able to realize my dreams? I don't know, D. Is that so? D, you're anxious, huh? Though he has piled up the years as a former adventurer, Elena, whom he used to follow, has passed away. Hereafter, he'll have to protect his beloved partner with his own hands. Therefore, he's unbearably anxious. He's probably afraid of being a disappointment by not putting out any results despite receiving a large amount of money. D, serious. Yes, D. First of all, a belly punch. I was holding back, but by no means did he expect to be attacked all of a sudden, and having not put himself on guard, D completely received the hit and staggered. W, what is it? D. Man up, D, serious. I grabbed D's collar, and drawing him near me, I scolded him. You're an adult already, a husband who protects Noel. And you're going to become the father of a child who'll be born sooner or later, too. As such a man, don't be flustered over something of this level. Serious. Sirius-sama, D. I get that you'd become uneasy. However, you know how to stay strong now. Don't be afraid, live with some confidence. Serious. Quote ellipsis. Yes, D. Quote ellipsis. Yes, D. Quote ellipsis. Yes. Thank you very much, Serious Sama. Dear, I'm sorry for failing to notice. Noel. Noel, D. Dear, Noel? Yes, they've entered their love bubble. It happened at last. With this, they'll receive the money without any problems. Although I'm the one who did the scolding this time, it seems like Noel will be taking over from here on. Hey, D, Miss Dear. I want to introduce this guy here. He's... You? What the hell? Gad. Ah, bad timing, Gad. Please wait for a little while. The couple finally returned, and the man we saw not long ago was introduced to us. This fellow is Zach, my younger brother. Since he's in charge of the delivery to Elysium, he'll serve as the coachman for the carriage that will transport you, mister, and your friends. Gad. As was introduced, my name is Zach. I'm but a novice who was taken as an apprentice by my big brother Gad, but please treat me well. Zach. These two really look alike when they're next to each other. Assuming that Gad is in his 30s, Zach should be about 20 years old, I guess? He says he's a novice, but this fellow has been to Elysium many times. I've hired 2 people from the guild as escorts, so I guarantee you a safe trip, Gad. Gad. Can we trust him? D? You're an anxious one, huh? No, perhaps that's only the case when your important people are involved. Rest assured, this fellow is trustworthy. He's my younger brother after all, Gad. Since he answered full of confidence, D seems to have been convinced. As the two held a conversation somewhere else, Zach came to my position and asked for a handshake. I have heard from my big brother Gad. Though Elysium is a while from here, I look forward to working with you. Zach. Same here, please treat me and my 2 companions well. It's our first time traveling, so it would be a great help if you could teach us a lot. Serious. Ha ha ha, I'll teach you as much as you like as long as you're satisfied with what's within the scope of my knowledge. Leaving that aside, I heard from Big Brother that you've contributed to the sales of our company together with D. Is it all right if I also call you Mr. Zach? Ha, if you don't mind doing so for a child such as myself, then by all means. Serious. Got it, mister. Since the people who'll escort us arrived a little while ago, we can leave any time. Please call me once you're ready, Zach. Not only their appearances, their characters are similar as well. However, given that he's a man who's easy to talk to, things probably won't get awkward during the travel. As I saw off Zach, who returned to the carriage, the siblings were exchanging farewell greetings with Noel and Dee at the side. Big sister, thank you for everything until now. Amelia. What are you saying? It's not like we won't be able to meet from here on out, don't speak like that. Noel. But still. Big sis, I'll be supporting Serious Sama, so you take care of D-san too, alright? Amelia. Oh come on, you're so cheeky. Noel. While she said so, tears started building up in Noel's eyes, and she closely hugged Amelia in a loving manner. And then, Amelia snuggled to Noel's arm and lightly bit her shoulder. Ah? This, could it be, Noel? Yes. It's because I like you very much, big sister, Amelia. Biting shoulders is a proof of affection for those of the Silver Wolf tribe. Perhaps because she's glad from being bitten, Noel puts all her strength into her embrace. Nyahihi, you may bite harder if you want, Noel. That's for Serious Sama only, Amelia. Oh my, as expected, love is a great thing, Noel. The stronger the bite, the deeper the affection. Or so I assume, but if the current Amelia bites my shoulder, she just might chomp it clean off. I'll bite too. Big sis Noel, lend me your shoulder, Royce. Well, I'm glad, but go easy on me, Rukun, alright? You seem like you'd bite until blood comes out, and that's scary. Noelle. I'll hold back properly, Royce. Royce also bit Noelle's shoulder, and hands in hands, the Beastkins continued their exchange to ascertain it. Emi-chan, Rukun, please take care of Sirius Sama for me. Noelle. Of course, Emilia. I'll protect Big Brother and Big Sister, Royce. However, you have to protect yourselves diligently as well. It would be bad if you were to get injured, Noelle. I'll see what I can do as I follow Sirius Sama. Emilia. I'll protect everything, Royce. Will it really be alright, Noelle? I'm of the same opinion. Though I'd like them to become a little bit more flexible when it comes to me, there is nothing I can do but gradually change them in the future. Emilia, Royce. I've showed a shameful sight earlier, D. Though D, who bent down to match their gazes, spoke while scratching his head, the siblings said that they didn't mind it while shaking theirs. I tried hard to act the part of an elder brother for you too, but I guess your competences are already above mine. D. Is that how it is, Royce? It is. And though I'm such a weak elder brother, I have a request for you. I'm asking as your big brother, and as your senior in attendance, please take care of Sirius Sama. D. Yes, Royce and Emilia. With that alone, the poor talker D seems to be done. Having finished their farewells with the siblings, the couple bowed their heads while standing before me. Quote ellipsis. So that's where we part. D. Yes, we won't be able to meet for at least 5 years, until graduation. Sirius. That's so long. If you hadn't said that you'd be going to school, I'd have liked to take you to my hometown. Noelle. That wouldn't be bad either. But I wouldn't have a place to live, right? Sirius. In your case, you could easily build a house or two, Sirius Sama. Noelle. That's a little excessive, don't you think? Sirius. Even if she speaks of building a house, as expected that's... Oh wait, I think I could manage it somehow. I feel like, if I imitate Lior's house or something like that, it'll probably go well. We'll come to meet the two of you once we graduate. No, perhaps you'll be 3 at that time? Sirius? Though I feel like you're being a little hasty, we'll do our best. And when the child grows up, please make him your attendant, alright? Noelle? Huh? What the hell are you saying? Sirius? I'll properly drive into him the techniques I was taught by Elena-san, so please look forward to it. Also, if it's a girl, I won't mind even if you take her as your mistress. Noelle. Big sister. You can't decide that of your own accord. Emilia. Emilia interrupted Noelle, who kept talking as she pleased. That's right, even if you're his parent, don't go arbitrarily setting up the life of a child who's not born yet. You tell her, Emilia. It's all right, Emi-chan, the first one will always be you, so don't worry. Noelle. It's all good, then, Emilia. So you're already backing down. I shouldn't even have to ask, but, are you really alright with that? To begin with, the first one is the elf, Fia, who put a reservation and... Wait, no. How could she decide that on her own without my permission? The women in this world are too aggressive. It's okay, there is no way I'm gonna force him. I will entrust it all to the child's free will. Noelle. Naturally, Sirius. Which means that it'll be alright if I brainwash him and induce him to do it, right? Noelle. Don't, Sirius? For some reason, I'm tired already. With the way things are going, it seems like this talk will never end, so let's get going soon. As I thought of heading to our carriage, Noelle put her hand on my cheek and kissed me on my forehead. I wish you a very fortunate life. We'll always be praying for your happiness, Noelle. Separating from my forehead, Noelle faced me with a wide smile. Really, you never miss a chance for a sweet scene, you're the best. So will I. I'll absolutely find happiness, elder sister. Serious. Noelle. As expected, I'll have to pass on calling you big sister, sorry about that. Having turned our backs to the attendants who were sobbing behind us, we boarded the carriage. As I was about to ask Zach to depart, Gad appeared in front of us and handed me a rather big bag. Mister, I took the liberty of choosing a few things you'll need in your journey, please make use of them. Gad. Thank you. I had you go out of your way to make our preparations, I'm sorry about that. Serious. Like I said to Dee, don't worry about it. Gad. Even so. Though it's not much, here, this is, serious. I tried taking a gold coin out of my pocket to pass it to him, but Gad shook his head, refusing to receive it. That won't be necessary. I can't receive money from that guy's benefactor. Gad. Then, I'll give you this. Serious. From my backpack, I took out a board made by shaving wood, a reversey board. I was thinking of playing it during the breaks of our travel, but after bringing it, I realized that playing reversey would be impossible with the swaying of the carriage. This is a world of few entertainments, so if I sell it as a game it should be somewhat profitable, right? That's what I was thinking, but... What is this? A wooden board and some black and white, wooden coins? Gad? It's a game that I made. Feel free to mass-produce it and sell it as you like. And please learn how to play from D. Serious. It's my first time seeing this. I'll gratefully receive it. And so, will you be leaving now? Gad? Yes, please, serious? Understood. Hey Zach, get going. Gad. Alright, big brother. I'm off, Zach. The carriage starts moving, and the figures of Noelle and Dee gradually fade away. The two kept widely waving their hands while shedding tears, and we bid them farewell while waving back until they both went completely out of sight. It seems like the school's location, Elysium, is 5 days by carriage from here. The highway to Elysium is well developed, its soil has been tamped firm to the point where it's almost like a straight road. It seems like monsters rarely show up there, too. Zach laughingly said that the hardest thing on that road is fighting the boredom. At present, we had taken off our robes, and we were chatting with Zach who was sitting on the box seat. My 3 companions are dressed in clothes suitable for adventuring, as I am, and Amelia has tied her long hair into a ponytail so that it doesn't disturb her. Just like his big brother Gad, Zach doesn't hold any prejudice against beastkins. Even when he saw the two's wolf tails and ears, he wasn't disturbed. Rather, looking at their beautiful silvery hair, he complimented them for being well-bred children. Therefore, we immediately befriended each other, and the ones got along the most were. And that's when Big Brother said it. The hell you're doing to my little brother? Gee, at that time, he was shining. Zach. I get what you're saying, big bro Zach. My big brother always shines, too. He's my aim, Royce. Perhaps due to a big brother link, these two got on strangely well with each other. They're talking about their mutual elder brother's splendid parts, and their conversation is getting lively as if they were longtime friends. However, will Royce be alright? Almost an hour has passed and yet, Zach. There is no problem. This is a form of training. Serious. The only one not riding the carriage was Royce, who was running on foot alongside it. That served as practice, and he started doing it on his own initiative, so I didn't stop him. I want him to preserve his strength in case some enemies come, but given that this speed is half of his usual and that I'm here as well, there won't be any problems. By the way, this highway is safe, right? And yet you employed guards regardless, why is that? Amelia. Amelia shifted her attention to the 2 people escorting us who were sitting at the back of the carriage. They're wearing hoods low over their eyes. Just like the siblings were earlier, and whenever they get some spare time, they take care of the maintenance of the big sword and spear that they're holding. However, ever since we departed, they never talked, and honestly, they're extremely suspicious. Recently, thieves have been frequently appearing in this area. That is why I employed adventurers like from the guild. Zack. I see. However, there is something I've been worrying about for a little while. I drew my mouth near Zack's ear, and muttered to him in a voice that they couldn't hear. How are their competences? I'll have to be blunt, the weapons they're holding are strangely new, and that has been bothering me. Serious. Adventurers are never far from conflict. When they fight, they naturally chip their blades and stain their weapons with blood, but these guys' weapons are oddly new and the way they're maintaining them is crude. It looks to me like they're handling weapons which they aren't accustomed to using. Didn't they just buy replacements? I hired them through the guild, so they should be reliable people. Zack. I don't know the guild well, so I have no clue. Following my intuition, I use my search spell on a wide range and there were a lot of reactions. Big brother, Royce. In but a moment, Royce, who was running outside, shouted towards me, pulled out the sword that was hanging from his back, and became alert of his surroundings. Good, his intuition has become quite sharp. Surprised by Royce's action, Zack panicked and hurriedly pulled the reins which stopped the carriage. Wah! What is it, Mr. Zack? An enemy attack. Though there is still some distance from them, they've deployed several people in the environs to surround the carriage. Aren't those the thieves you spoke of earlier? Serious? That's bad. Hey, you. Some thieves came out, so what? Zack? When I turned my head to Zack's voice, I was faced by a dangerous situation occurring in the carriage. Don't you dare move. With her neck caught by an adventurer, Emilia has become a hostage.